There we go. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Again, I wore my sparkles today because my son just called me, was updating me on some of the wedding plans for 1231 in New York. So I got a little excited. We were talking about the mother-son dance, so I got a little really super excited about that. But anyways, I digress. This is a business topic. So I just want to say welcome to all of you and thank you so much for joining me on this Friday in December, or maybe I should say Friday. I don't know if any of you ever say that, Friday. I'm so glad that you're kicking off my weekend being here. And again, excited that Michelle's joining us from Mohawk Valley. I've missed seeing her. And if she looks buffed, she's been doing 2,000. Her goal is 2,000 push-ups. You can correct me if I'm wrong when you do your introduction. So I didn't know if her shoulders or we're going to fit in the screen, but I think they do. So you're doing, she knows me well, so you're doing well. Just to update, this is our last meeting of 2022, but I have decided that I'm going to extend the member-only meetings through the end of 2023. So I know so many of you really enjoy it, and there isn't a reason for me not to do it. And if you benefit from it and we can still share and women can meet from across, we have Syracuse here, Seneca Falls, Rome, New York, Rochester, why not keep doing it? So just to let you know, I'll be setting those dates as we go forward. So look forward to them. And as we get to the mastermind questions, if you have one that you want to have discussed, please share it with me so that we can make sure that that's a topic that we talk about one of the monthly meetings. And I guess that is it for me. So I'm going to have all of you speak. Again, your 4 to 5 minutes. We'll just go by the way everybody joins. So I will start with someone who has way more hair than I do, Marion Andrews. Just finished her chemo, so she's looking good. So go ahead, Marion, you can go ahead. Oh, you want me to ask to unmute you?
Oh, okay, there. I am unmuted and I am here live and in genuine person. Yes. And I'm so excited. I am so excited to be done the 12 chemo and to think that next week, instead of Tuesday having to go back for more chemo, I go for my CT scan, which I know is going to be great. And so we are in recovery mode now. We are just recovering. That's it. No other stuff. So thank you all for being here. And I have been not working for 6 months, but little ideas keep coming. So I have 2 projects that I'm working on for 2023. The first, of course, is my angel classes, and the angel classes are going to be a little more extended. Instead of 10 angels, I'm going to do 15, and we'll do them in blocks of 5. So you can pick and choose if you want to just do 5 or you want to do 10 or you want to do 15. And the class I had before was 1 hour. And some people told me that it was too fast of a meditation to get into for a 10-minute meditation. So I have been thinking about that, and I have gotten the idea that the class should be 1.5 hours. And so that it is a little extended. We can do a full meditation. We can do a journal entry with journal prompts. I didn't give prompts before, but I have talked with other people who teach and work with journaling, and that really helps people to focus. So I'll be offering some prompts, and then we'll have a discussion. So the actual meditation will probably be 20 to 30 minutes, which is really a big part of getting to know that angel, because the meditation is on the angel and on their qualities. And so I think this sounds really like it feels good to me. And the other thing I'm working on is called Awaken Your Spirituality Retreat. And it is learning to live from your heart instead of your ego, going back to your spiritual side. And everything you're reading and everywhere today is like you gotta take the light inside. You've got to work from your heart. So I have been given quite a few ideas to work on that. And I think it'll probably be a one day, like some similar to the retreat that you did, Jody, like 4 or 5 hours, whatever it works out. And so that will be a start. And then I'll see what happens from there. So 2 things, angel classes and awaken your spirituality.
Do you have dates for either of those yet or not yet?
No, not yet. I'll have the date once I get my CT scan and the results. So then I'll know what my time is like.
And make sure, again, you share, because I can post, I want to post other people's events, as we're not doing as many live events. Then I absolutely love filling my website with other people's events. So members' events. So make sure that you send me anything you have, because it gets promoted on the website, plus in the Wednesday Wisdom, plus I can share it on social media. Don't forget, for all of you doing your events, the first thing I do is I put it on my web, for my own events, I put it on my website, but then I go immediately to Facebook and I put the event on my Facebook page, because I share that with so many different people that are not just members of Women Ties. And then you can go to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn also has a way for you to create your events and share them. And like my LinkedIn list is very different from those other 2 platforms. So make sure when you have an event that you're really thinking about all the places. There's actually places online. If you Google searched newspaper event calendars, so if it's a Rochester, Syracuse based, Rome based, you can look at your local newspaper and see if you can fill in for free an event calendar listing. So maybe at the beginning of the year, what you should be doing is, for my events, these are all the places I'm going to be listing them. And you do it every time you create an event. So
I'll create a spreadsheet that says to do that.
Yes, no, and it's truly something. Yeah. It's how I really increased the amount of people that were coming to Women Ties events when we first started. And and it's digitally, so people can then share it if they find the article. So it doesn't matter what the topic is. It could be real estate, it could be a financial seminar, it could be a coaching, athletic one. They're still out there, so utilize them.
Right. So it's proven, and we'll do it.
Okay, very good. And if it's a really cool event, you should do a press release to your media or call them about it. When we were doing the field hockey event at Keuka College, I contacted Stephen Fonte, who is a sports caster here in Syracuse. And I know him through Bridge Street and whatever. And I said to him, hey, if you don't have a lot going on, send a camera crew out to Keuka College to see these girls play, teach us how to play field hockey. He couldn't send it because there was an SU game happening at the same time, but he invited me to go on TV with him in January to talk about what I'm doing with my sports goal. So you never know when something that you reach out to somebody about keeps it in their mind, especially if it's a media person. So
thank you.
Just a little wisdom there. All right, who was the next person to join? I think it was Debbie. Or did you want to go after, or you want to wait last? She wants to go last. Okay, so let's go with Michelle. There you go, my friend.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be on. I'm so thankful that I could get this in today. So I don't have my goals done yet for next year, because this is actually the month that I do that I print all my numbers and pull up all my stuff from last year and start really thinking about that. And I'm actually running a retreat with 6 other business owners, and that's exactly what we're doing, is thinking through that stuff. So I just finished reading, I read some of these already before, but I reread Michael Hyatt's book, The Best Year Ever, and Willpower Doesn't Work. As a reminder that it's those tiny habits a lot of times. So yes, Tracy, I just finished 3,000 push-ups for St. Jude's, which was insanity. And now what I'm doing is trying to inspire other people to do things like that, like just thinking about something that's insurmountable by doing, small steps every day. So now we're doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 flutter kicks a day. So that's December. That's my monster goal. So I think most of you guys know I'm an investment advisor in Rome. And I'm thinking that my big goal for this year is to learn how to double my personal production, which is already an insurmountable task in and of itself, while also doubling the amount of travel. So that's the trick. I tend to be a little bit of a workaholic. And last year, my husband and I took about 12 days in Colorado, and I just realized like my life is better when I'm in the mountains. So, so I don't really have, I don't have any public events at this point. Next year, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm headed into my 21st year of business, and I've been doing like a lot of seminars online and in person and in restaurants and that kind of thing. And I think I'm going to do something a little bit different next year. I'm going to focus on doing family seminars. So really just getting really intimate and personal with clients or even people who aren't clients and helping them design seminars that are impactful for their family. So my husband does something called Family ID, which is helping families write a vision for their, and I like a vision statement and this whole thing for your family. And so doing that along with vision boards and goal setting and then financial planning all as one big kind of thing. So that's what I think we're headed into for next year.
That sound, oh, no, did I mute myself? Nope, you can hear me? Yes, okay. Come on, Tracy, get with it. See, that's what happens when I blaze too early. I'm like, mute, unmute, which one is it? You can hear me though, right, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay, because it says mute on there. So I'm like, am I mute or am I not mute? I think that's really cool. And you know what, as you develop, because I remember when you first, kind of started and you came to Ithaca, I think it's really cool to do collaboration. I mean, just being your own entity for so long, even if you have some staff, still different than collaboration and doing something collaborative with your husband, of which I know, you love him dearly and you had so much fun out in from what I could see from the pictures out in the mountains. Why not? You know what I mean? Put a twist to it and bring in some different individuals and energy into it. So I think it's a great idea. Can we come along to Denver next time you go?
Yeah, our big dream is to actually start doing like outdoor adventure type stuff. So
to
we're working on that. I'm not sure how that's gonna happen, but we're thinking about it right now.
Well, you just say it and then it happens, because I've had so many in 2022, so much incredible sport opportunities by just saying it and things opening up. So I'll share a little bit of those fun things at the end of when it's my time. But thank you for sharing that, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. I think Jody, why don't you go and then Jody? Okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jill Bates, and I know Marion and Jody. I think I met Michelle on another one of these sessions, and Debbie, I think you've been on a session. Anyways, I'm in Rochester, and I'm a realtor. I am baking. I'm baking some lemon brownies right now, so I'm waiting for the stove to go off. I should be good. Anyways, things for 2023. My daughter is our team leader, so I'm working for her. I pull in my own clients. I help her with her clients. She signed up for us to do this online class, and it's a daily class. The little video clips are like 6 or 8 minutes, and then you have to write down your goals, write down the money part of your business and all these different things. So it helps you make your business plan. It helps you plan ahead. And much of it I've been doing for the past many years, but I always would cringe when it said business plan. It sounded too formal. And I do have a book actually that is business planning for the creative, and that's helped me. So I'm a Post-it note girl. I have Post-it notes all over the place, and that helps a lot. So this class, I have the time this time of year because it's relatively quiet, although we do have quite a few buyers active right now. And so this class, I have my notes and I've been jotting the things down, and then the other thing is you have to not only think about your business, you have to think about your personal. So today's topics, Tracy, was right on. So personal, your faith, your family, and your fitness. And I'm like, oh, I'm good at that. Because I have been working with a trainer for quite a few years now. And I recently, my favorite fitness club closed. The gentleman that owned it wanted to retire, couldn't find a buyer. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I have to redesign my fitness schedule. I cannot do 3,000, whatever Michelle did. I don't think, maybe, but.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, she's got it on her side. So I said, okay, I am going to look for another fitness club. But in the meantime, my trainer went to a fitness, small fitness center that I'm going to meet with her 2 days a week, like I have been doing for the past few years, and also do yoga twice a week. And I've only done yoga once a week. So that's 4. And then I couldn't find anything for Thursday. So I might take Thursday off and then do a workout on Saturday. I would take Saturday and Sunday off. So anyways, I really appreciate what Michelle had to say about working out. So to get myself back in the groove, because it's easy to say, oh, my club closed, I can't work out. I said, okay, I'm going to do 1 minute plank a day starting November 17th. So I did that. And we did that when COVID first started. And I did it every day in COVID from the first day of spring in March 2020 to the first day of summer, March 2020. And then got busy and stuff. So, okay, so my 1 minute plank, I'm doing very good. I've been doing it once a day. And I added some crunches on the ball. I have these weights that my son left behind after he moved out of the house. So I'm not going to tell him I have them. And I do my little side bends. And so anyways, the working out part is like really helpful in your business part, because then it motivates you, it energizes you. You always feel so good when you're done. And then I'm ready to say, okay, what do I need to do? One of my goals is I want to do more video. And I've done video in the past with my other business. I sold CDs of my video and then, video, the VHS, that's how far back it goes. So, but I always cringe because I always think I look bad. But anyways, I want to increase video. So I'm working on that with her, and she helps me with all this tech stuff. And the other thing I want to ask Tracy is, I don't have an event to post, but what I want to ask you is, I've been trying to do Tracy's athletic activies, and we're doing pretty good. I was on a trapeze, which I never thought I would do. I was curling, which I never thought I would do. Field hockey, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she needed one more person. So, all right, I'm there. So anyways, I do have the picture of the trapeze. I have the picture of I don't know if I have a picture of me in curling. I think you have one of me or the group. And then you recently posted one of me with field hockey. So what I want to do is create some sort of little small poster, flyer, whatever, with me doing those things, and use it in my business somehow. I don't know exactly where I'm going to plug it in, but sort of like when you think you can't, you can type of thing. Yeah. I don't know that I'll ever go curling again, but maybe. So anyways, that's what I have to say today.
Well, and that's why I was going to say, you were mentioning all these things that Jill was there with, playing field hockey. She did go curling. Yes, the flying trapeze. So yeah, it's been great. And what I can tell you, and maybe Michelle will find this out when she does mountain retreats or whatever, is when you're participating in an athletic, social kind of event, you, like when we first showed up in the field hockey team, everybody was kind of a little awkward. There were women there I didn't know. I knew Jill, but I mean, the other 7 women were field hockey moms, past field hockey players. I had no idea, but some of them were entrepreneurs. And after we learned the skills and we're playing a scrimmage against these really great 20-year-old girls, we were all bonding and hugging, and there's just something that develops that sisterhood, and it's different than sitting around a conference table saying, hi, I'm this person, or hi, I'm this person. There's something really exciting about it. And I think it's because you all start in the same place. Nobody's ever tried it before. So then when you accomplish it, you feel so good for not only yourself, but for the other women that are there. So I think, Michelle, you'll find that out if you do your mountain retreats. And I think women are looking for different things, and just sitting and doing networking, not necessarily, we're all getting to an age where we want more than just what's typical, I guess. And
we don't want to age. That's what the problem is.
maybe that's it. Yeah. So I told Marion if she pulled through her chemo, that I was paying for her and I to go skydiving. So anybody,
Oh boy, I did that.
Not if, when.
That's true. Well, it has to be after both sons have told me I can't do anything super dangerous. Not that it would be super dangerous until after their wedding. So we'd have to do September of 2023. So that's what we have signed up. So anyways, thank you, Jill, for showing up and doing all of these sports. I certainly appreciate it. And you do well at them too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, Jody, why don't you go, and then we'll have Deb go.
Okay, so I'm going to start off on the personal front here. I have really had a challenging year this year. In March, I broke my toe, and then in April, I discovered that I have a grandchild I will probably never meet by one of my adult children who hasn't spoken to me in over 3 years. And then in August, I had cataract surgery, which is actually a good thing, but it's a surgery, and it requires some healing. And then in September, I developed COVID. And I am actually 10 weeks later, almost 11 weeks later, still having some after effects with that. It really affected my respiratory system, and I have a nagging cough, and my energy level is not back up to where it should be. And then last month, my mother passed away. And that probably sounds like it should be a big thing, but my mother and I weren't that close, and she was 91. And honestly, I'm glad she's gone. Okay. I don't want to say that too loudly. I loved my mother, loved her very much, but I'm so happy to be 70 years old and be an orphan now and be free of both my parents. And I know for all of you who have excellent relationships with your mother, and this would be devastating for you, my sincere, I envy you that. I've never had that. So, but I am starting to get through all of this. I mean, it can't get no worse. So, for January, I am going to be I'm looking at January 14th, a Saturday afternoon, either 60 or 90-minute little mini retreat with the idea, new year, new me. Okay. And if anybody would like to, I'm kind of doing still some market research on that. If anybody would like to chat with me about what, if they saw some kind of a little mini retreat like that, what they would like to get out of it, I would really welcome ideas from people. So please reach out to me if you would be willing to share some ideas on that. What the idea for that little mini retreat is to be a lead into, I'm going to do a 6-week follow-up of New Year, New Me. And so that's just kind of like the teaser for it. But other than, this morning I had a consult for having bunion surgery. And I was hoping I was going to have it sometime this month, but they're scheduling 2 months out. So I'm not going to be having that for a couple months. So I was actually looking forward to having recuperating time in January and February, but it looks like I'm going to have to actually work in January and February and have my recuperating time later. So I also do want to mention that I am a wedding officiant. If you know anybody who's looking for a wedding officiant, that is, and Tracy, I want to talk to you at some point in time. I just put up, put up a website. I love being 70 and you just can't come up with words, you know?
Did you just created a website?
Okay, I created a website. Is that the word I'm looking for?
That's the word. And then you need to share it.
And I need to know how to market it. I really need to know how to market it. I've never marketed her, and I really who I need to talk to is Christy Mitchell. I know who I need to talk to. Another one of our Women Ties members who does digital marketing. So
Yeah.
I hope I can come up with the funds to use her talents to,
And you
So-
know, the other thing too, I would say, Jody, you know, I was never a PR expert. I guess after 30 years, I would probably say that I'm an expert in that area. Is there some really great, I got something called guerrilla marketing ideas. I mean, there are really good books that can
Oh.
give you a good sense, and now probably include the social media marketing ways to do it. I know my mom, who's 82, you know, she says, Tracy, I can't do it. I don't understand all that stuff. But there's ways, just like I said, of doing events. You can create marketing segments that you can do to promote it. You might be able to do press releases, but look and see if I'll send you the guerrilla marketing book. I
thank
think
you.
I still have it here.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask you, if I'm doing online events, can I still put them on the newspaper event calendars and send press releases to the newspaper, or are those for only in-person?
No, they've changed so that so much is online that you can do both.
Okay.
And that's, and you can post as many online places as you want to. In fact, some of the women that came to the field hockey saw it someplace. I had put some stuff out in Rochester and in Penn Yan, and a couple of them saw it from there. So yeah, I think it's a resource that not enough of us use when we're promoting something. And even if, say, Michelle goes and does something, I'm just picking Denver, Colorado, I have no idea where, you can look to do something like that and promote in Denver, expert woman entrepreneur from, award-winning woman entrepreneur from, New York State, hosting, so people are interested in people that come from other places. So don't forget that you can also use the media of where you're going to promote yourself in your events. So,
Okay.
All right. I will get some information to you then. Thank you, Jody. Good luck with everything. All right, Deb. Woohoo! Are you done, my girlfriend?
I'm home and changed.
Okay.
That's why I stopped my video so I could get out of my sweaty clothes without flashing you.
How
So
long did you run today?
4.5 miles.
Oh, very
So,
good.
so I'm trying to mentally I'm preparing for the mountain goat. I haven't
Oh.
signed up for it yet. Because with my son playing volleyball in the spring, I don't know what his schedule is yet.
Right.
So I don't want to commit to anything starting the beginning of February. So once the schedule comes out, I can then fill the rest of my calendar. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Debbie Sindoni. I'm in Liverpool, New York. I own Serenity Health and Wellness. I'm still in the getting up and running phase, but when we, I guess, talk about our goals for next year, I guess starting to make money and really doing something with it, that's the thing. I am almost ready to tell you about my website, Tracy. So I'm actually, and I feel like such an idiot because I needed some photos taken and a model for my photos, and why I didn't think to reach out to you to help with that. But I'm actually going to finally, the only thing that I'm waiting for is like some headshots of me. So I have a photographer, which is actually a woman I used to work with. She used to work at the YMCA with me prior to COVID. I saw something on Facebook where she was doing a holiday photo event. I'm like, well, why don't I ask her? And it was like, so she's going to come up with she's going to come over Sunday, do like a mobile thing to do headshots with me. And then I've got another friend of mine going to come over. She's going to pretend to be a client, and we're going to take some kind of action shots. And that way I don't have just some stock photos on the website. And then we should be ready to go, which is good with the upcoming resolution season coming, because I really want to be up and running and ready for that. So yeah, so I guess just getting the preparation phases finally over and getting ready to go. I'm definitely one of those people that suffers from paralysis by overanalysis, and I just have to keep taking baby steps. I read this book, it's called Do It Scared. I think I need to reread it again because it's a good book about, just when you're petrified to do something, just trying to push yourself. And it's cool because they make you take this little quiz so they can figure out which which parts of being scared are more for you, and they tell you what chapters to read first because of it. And a lot of it just really hit home, and I just have to just get my butt up, and I think just do baby steps each day, even if it's just one thing. And I'm working with a woman I worked with a few years back in a job I had. She's a professional coach, so I'm working with her, and she's really encouraging me to get involved in the Chamber of Commerce, especially in the Village of Liverpool. That's going to be my goal next week, is to contact them and really focus on seeing where they can help me, I can help them. She wants me to get out and speak, and which of course is petrifying, but I teach group fitness classes, and I used to be a teacher, but I guess getting it up in front of peers is a little bit more scary. But so I guess that's what's coming up in the near future, I guess the next month. So I guess when we get into the next year thing, I'll talk a little bit more about that. So.
Well, I'll let you take my word, maybe for 2023. My word for 2022 was undaunted. And what undaunted mean is it's not being fearless, but it's acknowledging that you have a fear of something and doing it anyways. And I love that because it's got a little bit of a different, it's kind of like confidence plus fear kind of mixed together. And if there's anything that I've learned in doing all these sports and trying so many new things, is you can relate it to business as well, is that you have to acknowledge that you're a little nervous to do something, but you do it anyways. And that's what keeps giving you the confidence time and again to keep trying new things.
Yeah, so. I definitely agree with the whole sports thing. Like 10 years ago, I did my first and only half Ironman. And a couple of years prior to that, I was like, there is no way I can do this. And I was just doing sprint triathlons at the time. And a coach I was working with, she looked at me, she's like, you can do it. You just don't have your brain wrapped around it. And I was just like, who does she? I'm like, I'll show her I have my brain wrapped. And I was like, wait a minute, I think she knew what she was doing. So it was a struggle. I said I was going to do it in 8 hours. I had a minute and 10 seconds to spare. So there you go.
Hey, I hear your girlfriend. I had to get Boston done in 6 hours, and I did mine in 5 hours, like 52 minutes and 58 seconds. So, holding my rosary beads as I was going across the finish line. But that's what sports really can do for you. Funny enough, I just got an email from somebody interested in joining Women Ties, who's an ultra marathoner. And she said her and her daughter are in business together. And then she said, I'm really interested in your sports stuff. She goes, I'm an ultra marathoner. I'm like, oh my God, I just did a regular marathon and that was enough. So I don't know, maybe Michelle will be an ultra marathoner by the time we're done. Now I know there's some things you say. Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of challenges though, I can actually email it to you. A woman I worked with at a gym like a couple years ago, she's got like this month-long challenge for December. You would just have to catch up from yesterday, but like yesterday we did, what was it, 3 arm moves. It was like, all you had to do was like 5 push-ups. I can't remember what else. It was like 5 or 6 of 3 different moves. And then today is, I think, legs. And they're nothing like having to do 100 things. So if somebody wants a little bit more toned down challenge, I can send you that. I can send you that the little graphic. It's cute and it takes you right through New Year's. So
yeah. And Michelle, I don't know if you had heard Deb because you were sort of getting ready, but Michelle, what did you just finish? Tell her again. I want to make sure I got it right. It's 3,000 sit-ups, push-ups.
Oh yeah, that I heard. Yes, that's what I was saying. This is a little bit more toned down than what she was doing.
And just to clarify, it was not a challenge. It was a fundraiser for St. Jude's.
Yeah.
I'm not doing psychotic things.
Hey, you're coming with, I think all of you were coming with Marion and I when we do skydiving, which was last on my list until Marion said she would do it. And then I was like, Okay, I'll do it. For Marion, I'll do it. So anyways, well, thank you for sharing, some of you sharing what your goals are for 2023. I think what's exciting about it is, and this really came from, and again, it was an athletic thing, but when I was challenged to run the Boston Marathon, because it was Catherine Switzer's anniversary and it was a feminist moment, that's what hooked me, is that it was tied into something that I knew would inspire me. Never thought I could do it. And that's really what triggered this very adventuresome part of my life. So I'll just tell you what my very quick goals are, because you'll think that they're interesting or not. But my cousin is a star goalie in Chittenango. He's a guy, and he wants to teach me how to be a soccer goalie. So if anybody wants to learn, I know I'm like, do I fall on pads? I mean, I am 58 and I don't want to break so anyways, he already is saving the time for me to learn how to be a soccer goalie. And then my husband works with somebody that's in WWE pro wrestling, a dude. And I said to my husband, do you think he'd teach me how to do, like, bounce off the rings or fall and give him an elbow or something? And he's like, Tracy, that's like, I don't know. He's like a 27-year-old guy and you're who you are. And I'm like, oh, come on, give me his email address. So I'm doing that in January. I want to be like Tracy the Tailgater or Tracy the Tanae. I want a name to go with it. I might do a contest. Anyways, those are the two. But you know what it is? So you're all laughing. It's fun. It's fun and it's challenging. And then it makes your life a little bit more interesting. So those are my two goals: to be able to perfect soccer goalie, WW pro wrestling. Jill, no, you don't have to come and do pro wrestling if you don't want to, unless you want to wear pink spandex with me, but then, hey, and we're going to be doing snow yoga in Rochester. Snow yoga is snowshoeing up to the top of a hill, then doing yoga and then coming back down. Somebody told me about it. We're going to do it. I'm learning to snowboard. Anybody snowboarder? I'm learning to snowboard. And I thought if anybody's interested in cross-country skiing, I already know how to cross-country ski, but we would do something fun.
I like
something fun like that, where again, we can meet afterwards and network. So we'll be figuring that out. And then my only other last goal, and then I'll ask you about yours, is that I think I'm just, I made the decision that I was going to keep Women Ties going in some way till the end of 2023. I was really going to cut it off March 1st, but my second son has gotten engaged now and is getting married in August. And so, I have lots of reasons from a monetary perspective to keep going. And so many of you, are still joining, and there are women that want to join. So, why stop right now? So I don't know what it looks like. It might be that, I kind of morph it a little bit, but it would still have the essence of what we've always been doing. I just don't want to do live events where I'm only getting, 8 people at it, so that's what I have to think a little bit about. And the athletic events, we're getting 8 to 10. So if anything, the business events have lower attendance than the sporting events do. So we'll see. But anyways, those are my goals so far for 2023. Getting both sons married and not throwing my wig off in the middle of a hot dance number on New Year's Eve. That's about what I have planned, and helping all of you, because I do see myself throwing the wig in the middle of the dance floor, yelling raccoon, and everybody being scared. But I'm going to try to control myself. Maybe I'll go on the road as a comic with alopecia. I have no idea. But anyways, okay. I want somebody else to share their goals for 2023. They're maybe not as hysterical as my goals are. So you can just unmute yourself if you want to share what one of your goals are, or if you haven't shared yet. Love to hear it.
I just want to say, because this is like a top of mind, I want to tell Jody, or suggest to Jody, that she learn about SEO words. I don't know if any of the other of you are.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, and it's really important with your website. I learned that a whole bunch of years ago. And I don't know, do you know Susan Jefferson, Jody? Okay, she can
Rochester.
help you if Tracy knows her. Is she still a member, Tracy?
Yes, she is.
Anyways, I would suggest to at least learn about it and then, do what you need to.
What was her name
So
again?
that was top of mind.
It's Sue. I'll put it in the message for you so you have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Google has some great tutorials as well on SEO and positioning. So, I rely on watching things so that I can, have it there to work through it as I'm doing the thing. So there are some good tutorials out there too. So
Thank you for sharing that, Marion.
I want to tell you a story about a wig while we've got us half a minute. When I first lost my hair in 2014, I got wigs because I thought that would be great, right? But my head apparently isn't made for wigs, because even though I had it on and I even put makeup on one day when I was going for my treatment, and I was like, oh, I'm looking so good today. And I could feel the wig was a little loose or funny. So after a couple hours, I had to go to the bathroom. So when I walked down the hall to the bathroom, I get in there and the wig is moved like this and it's sitting like a little tree. And then I've got this cap underneath that was supposed to hold it. So, it was just perched there ever so. So, if you're going to wear wigs for your son's wedding, make sure you anchor them. Oh, I mean, I didn't even have a hat or anything at that time. I didn't want to go without a wig. So I, adjusted it and tried to keep like holding it down for the rest of the afternoon. But I had a little tree.
When I wear mine, sometimes you push it back. If you can think of the clown in It, he's got a massive forehead. I got laughing hysterically with my kids when I pushed my wig back all the way. So that's why I think I should do a comedy piece personally on alopecia. But yeah, keep your hair, love your hair, girlfriends. That's the most important thing. So who else has a goal they want to share? Is there anything else? We sort of, yep, go ahead, Jody.
So last April, I joined a group called Coaches Console, and I paid a lot of money for this Coaches Console. It's a whole program where they give you a website and a back end where you can have your clients. There's a calendar with it. It's just everything you need to run a health coaching program. And then the April's also when I discovered I had a grandchild, which threw me into a deep depression. And I've not done anything with this program. And like I said, I paid like $10,000 for this program. So my goal for next year is to get my money's worth out of that program. And after April, then I had my cataract surgery, and then I got COVID, and then my mother died. And now I'm going to do my bunion surgery. So I've had all these really, I feel like they're excuses, but it's genuine that I just don't have the energy level that I need to pursue it. So I'm hoping next year to get that energy level back up so that I can get this rocket fuel program, the Coaches Console, up and running and make some money at it, get my ROI.
Yeah. Well, the thing too, Jody, that you could think about, there was a woman that I was very good friends with for many years. Her name was Becky Bain, and she really understood technology more than I did. And this was going back to like 1995, 1999. And I would hire her sometimes, even though she was a graphic designer, to just sit with me and help me implement it. You know what I mean? So if the people that you bought this from can't help you.
Included in this Coaches Console is tech support. It's
well,
included.
Then you have to, yeah. That's a lot of money to invest. And so, right, that should be one of your goals, is to make sure you get that done. But I'm just saying too, if they weren't providing what you needed and you needed somebody to take it from it being too techy for you to being kind of practical, sometimes if you could find somebody that could assist you with that has some of that background. I paid Becky, her hourly rate. I didn't, whatever it was, to sit with me for 2 hours to do it. And there's so many people that have different expertise.
So the Coaches Console, the other part of it that I did was what they called the Rocket Fuel program, which was a 12-week course to get you up and running in the coach's console. And that's where I wasted my time there. Now, one of the advantages of that Rocket Fuel program is that you had your own private coach that you could talk to every other week. Because I'm over that 12-week limit now, even though I have unlimited lifetime access to the coach's console, I don't have lifetime access to the coaches. However, I can hire the coach again for another, I think it was like $800 or something like that, for another 12-week period. So I'm hoping once my energy level is at a point where I can commit and not waste that money.
Right.
That's my intention, is to go through the program again, hire the coach again,
Yeah.
and get it done. And it's so
Yeah.
that I can be making my money back.
Right. Don't forget, a lot of times when I don't know how to do something, I Google a tutorial to help me at least get through it. And and that's free. And that's a way even to give you a beginning understanding of something, where then at least when you're speaking with this other person that's helping you, you've got some understanding. And I just did it this week. What did I upload? Oh, it's a new membership website platform called Wild Apricot. And I thought, I saw another organization with members was using it. And I thought, maybe I should think of something, because Women Ties, because it's actually truly programmed by a computer programmer, because that was going back to 1990, back in the time. It doesn't have as much of the like the mobile friendliness to it. And so this would, so I'm trying to see if I can teach myself how to do it and upload all the members. So again, a lot of these things have tutorials involved right with them. And if not, I Google, how would I add this, or what's SEO, or how, so just don't forget that that is a great way to get some education for free. Anybody else with their goals or anything else you want to share? No? You're all being quiet. Okay, Deb, go ahead.
No, like I said, for me, it's just getting over that hump of stopping just preparation and just getting into things. So, going out and speaking, putting things out on social media, quit being fearful for, maybe what family and friends might be thinking, because there's some people I really haven't told this about because I'm just afraid of what their reactions are going to be. So just making some money and making it worthwhile. And the other thing, Tracy, this might interest you, might scare you. I definitely, that I'm a 261 coach and haven't done anything with it. But do you know Lori Fox in Rochester?
I don't know her. I know that they started a 261 club in Rochester, but I don't know.
Yeah, so she's been kind of pushing me to get going. She wants to do like a pop-up meet run. And I think we're probably going to do it once I get my son's schedule, maybe February or March kind of thing. But she's going to come out and help, hopefully recruit some additional coaches for Syracuse and get that up and running. So,
what would be a great date if you push into March? I don't know if any of you saw, but and it's going to go off my head, but it's this called the Secret 3K. And it was a marathon. It started as a marathon idea, the Secret Marathon, and it was for Iranian women who are not allowed to run because they're women. And so they brought it from the marathon 3K down to the marathon, Secret Marathon, down to the Secret 3K. And I ran it last year. It's a specific day of the year they do it on. And I went out and ran my 5 miles, which is a 3K, specifically to promote the cause that, we take for advantage, that we can just walk out our door and run wherever we want. And that there's some women that are just stifled by male-dominated community where they can't do that. That's crazy to me, that I would not be able to run because a guy said I couldn't run. And that might be a great one, because I was thinking of wanting to do an event see if there were any women that wanted to run the Secret 3K with 5K. 5K,
very good idea.
And
then I'll check when the date is. Well, and like you said about I mean, this goes back to like Catherine's days. I remember when the Right to Run
Mhm.
race started.
Yes.
But somebody was posting it on one of our run groups locally, and they're like, "Oh, this is great, for women running." And this guy chimed in. He goes, "Women have been able to run." He goes, "What are you talking about?" And oh my God, the guy just got ripped apart because he apparently had no clue about Catherine's history or anything. And it's like, dude, stay in your lane, okay?
That's right. But I'd be happy. I've thought about the Women's Athletic Network doing that date. So whether or not I quote unquote hosted but you guys come in as and we cross promote it or something.
Yeah,
This is a great example of cross promotion.
right.
You're trying to promote what you're doing. I'm still promoting what the Women's Athletic Network does. We're promoting the fact that there are women that can't run in Iran run together
Right.
on this day. You know what I mean? It's a very powerful joint event. We could get media coverage for sure for that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Do you know if the date's out yet, or?
I can send it to you. I know they have the date because I was going to sign up as somebody that was going to do it. So
Okay. Yeah, you and I can chat, and then we
Yeah.
can
and Michelle
it.
could do it in her region, or I
absolutely.
mean, it's anywhere. Trying to get women to run that day. So.
Mhm.
Let me just thank you for all of your, let me just see if there's anything else I haven't mentioned so that we can make sure to get you all out in 5 minutes. I've mentioned the sports stuff. So again, just a reminder, I'm continuing to post member events on our website. So like Michelle, you did something that I couldn't go to because maybe that was the day we were doing field hockey. So make sure I know about events you're doing. It's so easy for me to promote it for you. And then I would have gone to that event too, Michelle. I was sad that I happened to be that day that was already taken. Our next member only meeting is going to be January 5th, because again, my son's getting married in New York on the 31st, and I'm going to be there for a couple of days afterwards. So I chose the 5th for our meeting. And we have a new member who I met yesterday. She's been a member for about 6 months. Her name's Renee Hager Smith. And she wants to come up with a really cool program talking about almost a lot of what you guys are speaking about, the spirituality, well-being, self-care, holistic. And so she asked me if she could do that. So I said, sure. I said, I don't know how many people we'll get, but we can most certainly try it. So that might be something she does. It would be online, probably January or February. So that is it from here. Anybody else with anything else last minute before we go? Marion?
I just wondered if you wanted to do a vision board again. We had such fun doing that online thing. Think about
We
it.
did. Yeah,
Do that in
absolutely.
January.
Sure.
Think about it. Let me know.
Okay, absolutely.
Jill, did you get my message?
Jill?
Did you get my message?
Yes, I did. Thanks, Marion.
Okay.
And yeah, that'll be
Okay,
great.
we'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay. And so January 5th, and then I will get this up on our YouTube station for all of you. And I'll be revising those membership benefits to sort of fit the new Women Ties. Some things are good to update after, oh my God, how many 18? We'll be going into our 18th year with Women Ties. I'll be going to 30 years, 29 years, I think. 29, maybe I should just stay 29 as an entrepreneur forever. So anyways, thank you, all of you. No matter what you call your holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, best of the holiday to you. I'm a phone call and email away if I can help you. And as always, you are my gift, truly. So thank you for enlightening my day, being a part of Women Ties, and spurring me on to stay active till the end of 2023.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
All right. Well, I'll be in touch. Thank you so much, everyone.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.